Okay, so welcome back to our Recruitment Secrets series. Episode 2 is a question which a secret around a question which we get asked a lot, which is, when should you pitch a retainer?
Yes, well, I can answer that because, in my humble experience, I sold a couple.
Sold a lot, yeah.
So I think in general it really depends, First of all, Cornerstone is not a retained search firm, so we're not an executive search firm. We specialize in mid-career. But we do sell quite a lot of retainers, across the business.
Probably about 25%
of the business, is now retained. I think you first need to understand, like any good salesperson, I think should do, any good recruiter, is what your client needs and what your client wants. I think that's the first step into understanding, is there an opportunity for a retained search, and is actually what my client needs in this situation, right?
Yeah. A lot of businesses will try and pitch a retainer for any situation and not be able to fulfill it. And although you might want to chase the money, I think what you end up doing is actually making less money because you're wasting your own time on jobs which are impossible to fill. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't pitch a retainer for a difficult job. I think when you're the first recruiter to speak to a company and you're confident that with exclusivity and an upfront fee, you can definitely fill this position, it's worth your time and their time and their money, then you should definitely pitch it. And I think also it is okay to pitch it for niche jobs or very difficult jobs to fill, as long as you educate the client that
it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
It might take some time.
Yeah, and probably a retainer is the only way that you can focus enough time to actually get this done. So as long as you manage their expectations properly, then you should pitch it.
I think in general, it's actually, selling retainers in Japan, honestly, I think is relatively easy if you are a skilled recruiter and a good salesperson, simply because, again, in Japan, the supply and demand problem, between, how many candidates are available and actually how many jobs are available on the market for the bilingual market, there is a big gap, right? Yeah. So a lot of clients, eventually, they will get quite desperate about filling jobs. So I think it's quite easy in general, but what I see a lot in the market is I see a lot of over-promising and under-delivering. Again, it's very easy to sell it, it's very easy to get a client to buy it. It's a difficult story to actually fill that job, right? And I think if you don't fill it, though, you have that, I think, element of maybe losing a potential really good client in the future, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. So just make sure you really understand your client's needs, right? You really understand the job, and then in certain situations you can pitch successfully.
And consult, actually, the consultative aspect, I think, in that phase, I think is really important for your clients and for yourself as well.